Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns 3, bringing you the TMCR Variety Tournament Season 3 Round 7 match between Myth and BlueZy. On tracking today we have Hendris and Nimbus, and on commentary joining me is Sean. Say hello.
Hello everybody.
So,
this is a good one.
Yes, it should be a very good one.
I'm noticing that Myth is sending a message to Huffpuff if Huffpuff's in the chat at all.
And why are these streams not loading?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, technical difficulties?
Huffpuff's not going to see the message unless he's already looking at Myth's stream. For context, for any of the other viewers, Myth's file names read always check Percy, whilst BlueZy's read BlueZy going for the Huffpuff strat of putting about everything. Alright,
There we go. We can now see the streams just in time.
Cool.
Since they are off and check Link's house.
Just loads of money in Link's house. Ooh, the moments.
Mitz is your first item. I hate this, but only because that Tom digging cave is just horrible without a weapon.
Yeah, and we got map check. There is no crypt,
BlueZy has it.
No cave and no fortress.
Yeah, so non-element cave of flames means BlueZy's chances just got a lot better. Because Myth has a history with non-element cave of flames. And it's not a good one.
Yep, it's already 1-1 on the curse battle.
Yeah.
Both falling foul to a long key.
These settings are a reduced item pool. It's close fusions, but Roof Mania and obscure spots. But also reduced item pool and traps. And reduced item pool and traps means there's a lot of curses in the pool. So, expect to see a lot more of those. They probably could have potentially dodged the one in the shop by just not closing the text box right away when they did, but...
Yeah, I think they both just got a bit unlucky, because obviously, if I remember correctly, they just bounce off a wall in a direction. I don't think there's a specific path to it.
Yeah, not as far as I know.
As there's for Nut in town digging.
Okay.
Already the makings of a great seed with an early jab.
Yes. They don't have a way to get to Minish Woods yet, but when they do...
Soon TM.
Yes. Shouldn't be a problem to find a weapon or something. Right?
Yeah.
No way that would ever... Well, there's Minish Woods access.
Yep. 2 minutes. Oh!
Okay!
Alright,
this is really saying to go to Deepwood. They still don't have a weapon. That's...
Can we get a bomb bag so I can see some bomb strat green dew, please? I love bomb strat green dew.
But also... Like, they can do some stuff in Deepwood without a weapon, in logic. I wonder if the sea is going to require that. It wouldn't surprise me right now, given what we have, right?
Yep. I mean, at least not logically, but it's still pretty crap.
But, like, how are they going to go out of logic here?
Oh, I thought you meant for beating Green Chew.
Oh, no, it's not going to require them to beat Green Chew here, logically.
Just go into
But it could require them to go to the Vanilla Bosky chest of Deepwood or something.
Oh. That would definitely be something. So yeah, they're both following pretty similar routes at the minute.
They are both just clearing everything. Myth did pick up Juggernaut, right? It's not on ours. On research.
Yes. Yes, it's on his tracker on his stream. That's a scroll.
That's down thrust. Okay.
I feel like with these settings, down thrust always seems to be the first scroll.
Huh. It's not something I've noticed, and there wouldn't be a particular reason for that, but...
No, but I'm sure I've seen like 4 or 5 of these races with a first scroll as down thrust. Oh, BlueZy skipping the Mitz cave in Minish Woods.
That is another cave that is really awkward to do without a weapon. But
Yep,
I'm not sure I would skip it for that reason here.
Those light likes can be a real pain in the backside.
Yeah, but you can get through it. It's not like they have a shield that will get stolen that I would have to rebuy. And it's just, like, there's so few checks in these settings, or like, that they have access to right now, because of close fusions, that...
Oh, that might be why. BlueZy's setting up a save scum.
Okay.
As there is a sword in that,
yeah, there's a sword there, so suddenly Myth can full clear Deepwood.
Yep.
And that also means access to Bellari. Whereas BlueZy is... I guess if he's planning on save scumming, he's not planning on going into Deepwood, which is also weird.
Yeah. Because you'll just save scum, get
You can't
that, and...
set the quick warp at Deepwood and then go get that. You don't have flippers. You need to go through Minish Village, which that's your quick warp.
He's going into Deepwood. Maybe just a safety save. I think there was a couple of emulator stutters a little bit that I heard on BlueZy's end, so maybe it was just to make sure that make sure you don't lose this early progression.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess BlueZy just forgot about the cave? Probably?
Yeah,
do you
it's
think
plausible.
that would be an intentional gamble?
I think it's difficult to say.
And you do find a
Deepwood is
very early, and it is an element,
yeah.
so Myth will probably go do Green Shoe before going further into here. While BlueZy is just... obviously can't do Green Shoe without a weapon, so is continuing on into the dungeon. Which is in logic for BlueZy to do. It's just... we know that there's a sword to also make defeating Green Shoe possible in logic.
Yeah, I think it'll be likely that BlueZy will leave Deepwood with if there's no sword here, go back to that cave, find a sword, and then end up going back into Deepwood.
Yeah, that's something that could easily happen here. Of course, it could also just happen that there's another weapon in here.
Yeah, very plausible.
It would be interesting if BlueZy found bombs in the back.
You could just throw those arrows at Green Chew.
I don't think that's quite how it works.
One day, a Zelda Randomizer will have that feature.
Sure, let me get Leo on that for the next punishment.
just lawn dart arrows. Hi, Green Chew, I'm a bow now.
Like it. But yeah. BlueZy still without a weapon. Did find more keys to go further, not that you need them to go to the back. We do see a key behind the meta pillar there, which does mean that the meta pillar, the Bulldozer fight and the Vanilla Bosque chest are all locked by the lantern in logic. So if anything is going to be there, that will be some information about where the lantern can be.
Yep. Not gonna be on Green Chew though.
So just the element for Myth there. BlueZy is going through the basement first here. I guess, yeah, you also don't have cape for the basement switch chest, so you want to do this anyways.
Yeah, I think there's an argument to be made that you can just save it until the end.
Yeah, but again, it's...
But yeah, at the same time,
you're also,
I mean...
you're also not going to do bulldozers, right?
Nah.
Because you don't
Especially
have a weapon.
Well, yeah,
So,
you can't...
No, don't... Quick warp there, blue... Oh... I don't like that quick warp. If you're going to go there, you might as well keep going with the lily pad. You can just grab the mushroom off the left side to go back. With the gas jar.
Yeah.
Like now, BlueZy will have to do that again to get to the basement switch chest.
Oh, he's heading over to Mulldozers.
Well, now he's doing the back for.
Oh, he's doing the back, yeah.
But then again, like when he gets to that point, he will still need to do it. And now he locked himself out of actually doing the meta pillar, which is out of logic for Lantern, but he could have done it, and now he can't. So yeah, this is really weird.
I guess we'll just have to see if it's going to be required. We've seen the compass already. I don't think we've seen the map for in here yet. So...
And BlueZy quick popping there for...
There's a piece of heart up there.
Sure. And there's a cape, so that does make going to the back first better. Nope.
Immediate bail on that cape.
Yeah, but there's switch chest. You just got easy access to it, don't leave. Okay, so yeah, that cape means that he wouldn't have needed to go the somewhere for that chest. That...
Oh, that's...
Whoa. I mean, BlueZy will be back to Deepwood.
Yeah, gonna get the sword very shortly.
I would be more interested in seeing if there's anything on the meta pillar. Because that is something that BlueZy won't be able to easily return to with just a sword. That will actually need a lantern.
Well, if the chest, other chest in the room Myth's in has an item in it, it will just be the map, right? If the other one in the basement, where you need
we
the
did just
pad.
see the basement, didn't we? And it wasn't. No, Myth hasn't been there yet. Myth
No,
doesn't
we
have the
saw.
cape yet.
Yeah, we saw the big chest in there, but not the small chest.
Okay, so it's either that or the meta pillar that will have the map.
Yep.
And Myth will show us whether it's the meta pillar. Which means he probably doesn't really... No, he doesn't have the basement yet. So he's hoping for that to be the map. The Vanilla Bosque chest.
From what it looked like from my lip reading skills, Myth accepted the cape but said dude to the meta pillar.
Well, he did get stuck inside there quite badly. Okay, so we think the basement chest that BlueZy just left is a map?
Yeah, we've seen everything, and I don't think we've seen a map. We've seen the compass, but we've not seen the map. So if I'm paying attention enough, this will be a map. And when it's not,
then you will have done your job as a commentator. Never pay attention.
Ah, it was a
Apparently you
map.
did. Can't have that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
there was
that's
no
the map. So there's no way for BlueZy to have known that,
No.
given that he didn't do bulldozers or the Metapillar or green
No, but
ship.
he might have realized for logic with the lantern and stuff because he
Well,
wouldn't have
yes,
been
the
able. Well,
lantern,
he
like the
can't get it,
Metapillar,
so.
was lantern lock logically. I don't think that's a. Oh yeah, I think I still would have preferred to use the key than grab the small key since you can without being the Metapillar,
Mhm.
just so you can do it out of logic when you come back for green ship with a sword.
Yeah.
And the basement with cape is just like that's
Very
in
quick,
logic.
yeah.
There's no reason not to do it, except that
Yeah.
you like think, oh yeah, I got mids and cape. Let's go do cave 25 immediately or something.
Yeah. The only sad part is BlueZy went past for like cave a second time. I believe on the way to cave 25, which cave
No, he
25 had
fluted
nothing.
out of Minschwitz from the portal, right?
Oh, did he? I didn't notice that part.
No, he did not go through to North Minschwitz.
dog
He just
food?
fluted, like.
It's dog food.
Bellari has a sword. Oh.
Well,
That is one sword locked sword. Is there going to be another? Because if the more swords are also sword locked, that might pose an issue for BlueZy.
yeah, I can't think BlueZy's got any options left at this point, right? Apart from the bell, which
North
we
Minschwitz?
just seen. Oh.
The other Minschwitz League cave? Like town stuff with cape?
Yeah.
BlueZy has options. Oh yeah, droplets. Sure.
Oh yeah, you can get into droplets. Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, cape opened up a lot of stuff.
Oh.
That's a green sword locked red sword.
Aha!
And red sword can easily lock the other two swords, even without Western Wits having stuff.
All roads lead back to the Light Cave.
They might, right?
Yeah.
Like, Caster opened up with that, and the bow. You got options there. What is it, the red sword unlock? I guess London Cave, not the secret, but...
I don't think it does all that much.
No, I think the biggest thing is definitely Caster.
It can do... Oh, wait. No, they don't have spin, do they?
Oh yeah, they don't have a spin yet, so it doesn't open up Caster, but like... They will find a spin.
If they had spin, they could have done,
Yeah, red sword doesn't open up anything without spin, of course.
Yeah. There's a Cloud Top's Kinstone on the chickens.
Yeah, so chickens are required today, which... Yeah. It's close fusions. It'll happen.
That was some cool sync for all of about 2.5 seconds.
Do you remember what time BlueZy got on chickens? Because out of these two, Myth is definitely more experienced with chickens, but...
I think BlueZy had around 20 seconds left. To be honest, I don't think this is going to sub 20.
No.
Nope.
This was not a good chickens from Myth.
Nope.
Like, for Myth standards, not in general, but... Either way. didn't drown the chicken. That's the important part, right?
Yep, and there's for bottle the Krenel access. Not really that good without bomb bag, but
But with Cape and Gust Jar, it does actually open stuff.
yeah.
And there is only one bomb bag, so you don't expect, like, usually there's 4 bomb bags, you expect to have one kind of early.
Yeah.
Not really with these settings.
Yep. BlueZy being able to show that you can in fact dodge for blue curses if you're quick enough. I believe I heard it's a 2-frame window.
It's definitely a 2-frame window for quick warping. I don't know about rolling. It could be 2, it could be 1 frame. Depending on how exactly rolls work. Like, if you start rolling on the same frame that you, like, press the button, then it'll be a 2-frame window. If it takes a frame between that and the iframes to it, then it's probably not for chests, but might still be for freestanding items because the timing there is weird.
Yeah, possibly.
Roll is 1 frame, Myth tested it, okay.
Oh, is that a real sword?
Nope.
It is not! That is a bait sword.
Why would there be any other swords that aren't locked by that sword in Minish Words? At this point I honestly do expect our swords to be sword locked.
Yeah.
And probably the other remaining ones to be spin locked as well, but... Yeah, BlueZy probably just forgot about the cave. I don't think that's a gamble you would take, walking past there, even if you don't have a sword yet. It's in logic.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what else BlueZy turns up before he needs to go to that sword.
Is that a Lon key? A
That is
real
a Lon
key? Oh, he's checking this cave, so maybe, because you can see the other cave, it's right there.
Yes, but he didn't actually have the chests on screen to remind him.
Oh. Maybe he's remembered, or he's at least going to do North Minish Woods first.
Well, North Minish Woods is just syrup, right? You already saw the rupee on the
Yeah.
Okay, he
This looks
did
like a play for that
apparently
cave.
remember because he is going there.
Yep.
He's going to kick himself for that.
Yep.
So we saw
Good,
Myth earlier just rushing in there. Was he trying to lead the likes away a bit instead?
There's the sword.
That pause though, like just hesitating for a moment before quick warping there, like
It's alright, BlueZy. Wait until you see the 2 other swords that are sword locked.
yeah. BlueZy needs to go back to Deepwood, which is an element, but it's also kind of out of the way without a bomb bag.
Yep, that's an. Oh, he got the roll though.
We did get the roll.
Let's see if Myth can get the roll on the same trap.
Nope.
Nope.
No, the roll is frame perfect, Hendros.
Yeah, the roll is frame perfect, but the
Quick warping is 2
quick
frames.
warp is 2 frames.
But you don't want to quick warp there. And rolling is frame perfect.
Where is
As far as we know,
BlueZy?
which was someone saying that Myth timed it, which, yeah. Luna said that.
Oops,
Yeah, so if you trust Luna and trust Myth, then I mean, I trust Myth's timing on that.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone's going to know about it in the TMCR community, it's probably going to be Myth.
I mean, I also tested the quick warp, right, and know that it's 2 frames that way. But, yeah. I don't know if you can... Can you also roll away from chests? Does anyone know that? Did Myth also test that? It would be way harder, because with chests there's no good Q to use. Whereas with the freezing items it's more or less immediate, I think. But yeah, BlueZy is back in Deepwood, is going to be beating up Greenshoe. Is probably going to find the bow.
Yeah, we'd like to hope.
And might go back and collect that map. I don't know.
I mean, you'll be doing bulldozers, so you'll probably go bulldozers into the chest with the map, and then.
Well, if you remember that it exists and that you haven't done much.
As we found boots in droplets, Myth can now, in fact, Octo-Manip when he gets a lantern.
And a shield.
And a shield. Can you not actually Octo-Manip with a sword?
No, because swinging the sword changes RNG, right?
I did not know that.
Oh, no, swinging the sword changes RNG.
I'm not surprised, but I didn't know it.
Yeah, it's because the sound effect that Link makes is randomly determined.
Oh, of course it's something like that. Yep. Sound effects RNG. I've heard everything.
I mean, why wouldn't it be? But yeah, that is also really useful for RNG minims, right? You can do a specific number of slashes to adjust RNG a specific number of times.
Fair. I'm sure there's probably some form of setup somewhere which involves that.
Have you ever seen Figurine Minip?
Nope.
Okay.
Is that the super long, like 40-minute minip?
Yes.
Ha, that sounds...
But it's also just, yeah, pull, okay, do some slashes or do a dash or whatever. But yeah, the single unit of RNG is like 1 slash in that. And then I think boots is like a full dash is like 12. And...
Oh yeah, BlueZy can't get the bow. He needs the lantern to get the bow.
No, the bow's on bulldozers. Can't do the meta pillar, but he can do bulldozers.
Oh, he opened the door. I didn't I completely forgot
he found 2
opened
keys.
the door. As he checked the map and I was like, did he not open the door?
So boots lock flippers? Did I see that right? Or was that a trap? I only glanced at it, but there was... Yeah,
he does have flippers.
Yeah,
so.
that was on Swiftblade number 3, so the boots lock check.
Nice.
So flippers locked by droplets?
I feel like that cave that Myth just did never has anything. Ever.
I'm surprised Myth is still here. And not just straight back into droplets.
Probably just seeing if you can find the lantern.
Sure. But like those rupees. The underwater ones. There's just so many.
Yeah. Oh, probably just a case of right place, right time, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess he's just already in town and wants to do them, but...
Yeah, Huffpuff raises a good point. He clearly wants for Bottle to go do Mount Grenell, because that is what Myth is known for doing.
And Luna, no, Vanilla Lantern is not open. We do not have a spin attack yet.
Yep, no spin.
And that is the limiting factor on that. And keys, but I don't know how many keys we already found and how many are going to be in the ruby spots. Like, keys could potentially be enough in the ruby spots that makes it possible.
Yep. Hendris, the bomb bag's going to be on Malari, and then the for spin is going to be in Lower Krenel behind the bomb bag. Yeah, we just need a grip ring, and then and then.
Yeah. What Huffbuff in chat and Sean are alluding to there is that vanilla path to Carry Flames with the grip ring, and then access to Carry Flames with down thrust. Which is not something that I think has come up before, but like the alternatives for that room are shield, cane, and bombs.
There's so many alternatives, but if that comes,
I think it's
up,
just
that
those
would be...
three, right?
Shield, cane, bombs. I'm assuming you can't use the bow in some form.
Not that I'm aware of.
Then, yeah.
So yeah, you need one of those to be able to flip over and kill the spiky beetles at the entrance, or like at the third room, I guess, of Chaos Flames. But yeah, BlueZy got the swords from Bellari and Swiftblade as well. Myth taking those flippers to Goldfish Caves. While BlueZy is on Krenel. So since Myth didn't go to Krenel, it's clearly correct.
Well...
But also Myth found a lantern, so...
about that.
Good on him for putting off droplets until now, I guess? But there's no reason to keep doing it now, right? Well, there's spin. But are you going to wait for spin before you go to droplets? In Atlantis settings? Even if it's the only thing you're missing?
Who knows?
Hey!
Oh, there is a spin in Lower Krenel.
Oh. Well.
Oh, and Myth is just going to go back to droplets, so...
This still feels correct for Myth's position, but of course, finding that spin would be good. So, what's Myth gonna find here? What do you think?
I'm actually going to go with nothing.
Really?
Maybe, like, a singular scroll.
I'm calling bomb back. Oh, hey, there's a close concern power bracelets. We were both wrong.
Yep. But it's alright, because BlueZy just went in to see Percy, I believe.
Yes!
With off on BlueZy's side this entire seed. Is that gonna change? Huffpuff is a mega conflicted right now.
So there's only 2 small keys before Lantern in droplets, so we're not... I was gonna say we're not gonna see Vanilla Lantern, but we have a Lantern, so...
It was, yes! We're not gonna see Vanilla Lantern. Vanilla Lanterny. It's Lantern
But
squared.
if you had come here before, you would also known that the rest is logically Lantern locked.
Yeah.
Oh hey, there's the bomb bag!
Oh, that's the bomb bag.
Yeah. That's gonna make a Krenel dip much more appealing for me. Not appealing yet, but more appealing, right?
Yep.
I don't think Myth wants to go to Kreno unless he also finds Grip Ring and Kane here, or something.
Yeah.
But he's gonna have to at some point.
Hendris, the seed isn't over yet. There's still a Kane that can be in a horrible position. Oh. that blue curse is not taking prisoners.
Yeah, that might be the worst part of the curse traps, honestly. The fact that they have knockback when you first get them.
If this is real.
It is real. Huh.
So
that's an easy spot. Myth is not gonna have a problem finding that once he gets this one.
So they need two swords, graveyard key, grip ring, and then 5 kinstones. One of them's got to be in a bad location, surely.
They don't have the same kinstones, right? Because Myth was underwater and droplets and BlueZy doesn't have flippers.
Yeah, because Myth's on 2, so Myth does have for 1.
So
yeah, Myth does have for 1 that BlueZy's got, but also has for 1. Oh, well, there's a bow.
I mean, they both already have a bow, and it's not like light arrows are going to come into play. Like, they have a sword and a cape already, so light arrows are never required.
But they glow and do cool things and take forever to charge. And are about as useful as light arrows in every single game other than Majora's Mask, I feel. And Wind Waker, I think. They're pretty useful in Wind Waker.
Yeah, Wind Waker, like especially Wind Waker Randomizer, light arrows are amazing. You just one-shot everything.
I think you can one-shot certain enemies in OOT with them. I'm fairly sure you can like one-shot like Stalfos and stuff like that. But then typically light arrows are made to be a big deal and they're not actually very useful.
I mean, aside from the fact that in those other games they are still like required for the final boss. Which is kind of a big deal.
Well, that's why they make it a big deal, is they're like, okay, this item, you think it's cool because it's infused with holy light and is amazing, but actually can only be used in this one circumstance.
Yes, it's...
Oh, there's a sword in Lower Vale Falls.
There's a sword locked by that red sword. It's the important part there.
And a caster kinstone.
So, Myth is about to reach the second trophy path here. So, obviously, like, the kinstone was good, but I think the bombs are the most immediately important thing out of droplets here.
Yep. Nothing on that rupee path. Surprisingly, no blue curses in that rupee path, though. And we're seeing a play for Town Pillar.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the few checks that the blue sword unlocks. So BlueZy's just following his last progression there.
Yep. Grabbing a bottle, probably for fountain at this point. A dip in there.
Yeah, you got Kane, you got Cape. That is
not I believe that BlueZy's tracker needs to be updated for Kane, however. Thank you very much.
BlueZy getting the fireplace on the second try.
Fireplaces are hard.
Yes.
We don't have
songs
songs,
in the game or something.
Yep. Secretly trapped.
Oh, hey, there's a real green book after the fake green book earlier in this dungeon.
Yep. Which means we only need 2 more books and then we can check Yulari.
Well, then we are in no mode for Yulari, not that
Yeah,
the
between
runner has
the runners.
Between the two, yeah. Like, they both have the ocarina, but then Myth has a book and BlueZy has a cane.
BlueZy demonstrating why it's better to be a dog person. And that is me being biased because I'm not a big fan of cats. It's the other side, BlueZy. There's a fairy in the other side.
Well, he wouldn't have gotten to the other side without taking damage, apparently. So it's good that he got a hair out there, though I think... is that hair out a guaranteed drop or is it a random one?
Our dog's a bingo goal, though. I believe feeding Fifi is a square. And the last I checked, Fifi is a dog.
I'm not sure what we actually called the square, but yes. But then the dog's not called Fifi in this version of the game, so...
Oh, what's the dog's name in this version?
Balkan.
Balkan?
Yes. I have no idea why, but yes, that is...
I thought you were meaning me for a second, I genuinely did!
No, that is actually the dog name in the European English version of this game. As opposed to Fifi from the American English version of this game, and I have no idea about the other ones, but I could check, I guess.
Huh. Schnapzu just sounds like a breed of dog.
Schnapzu is, basically... It's not go fetch, but yeah, it's like a command to bite, or I guess.
Stogwell equals Vati confirmed?
Exactly.
Right, Orphan Fairy, shockingly, has got nothing. Because that is a Flipper's Locked Tingle trophy.
The Great Fairy would heal you if you come back to it, but I don't think it heals you if it gives you the item. I don't know about vanilla, but like...
I think in vanilla there are like upgrades to stuff, right? Like for one, Incredible gives you a bomb bag upgrade. What does for one in Eastern Hills do vanilla?
I would wanna guess it's a wallet upgrade, but I actually don't know for sure.
Orphan Fairy.
But yeah. Yeah, this are quiver and a bomb bag, so...
She gives you...
Like, there's a reason we call it the Rupee Fairy, right?
Again, it's something I've never heard.
Okay, but you do know that she asks for all your rupees, right?
Look, it's not in the glitchless route, so...
But you've visited her before, and Rendotex hasn't always been quite this fast.
Then that's on me for not paying attention.
Okay. So BlueZy did get those boots, which will allow him to get the flippers, to come back here to get the bomb. Well, I guess the bomb bag is going to be out of logic even if he does come back with the flippers, unless he finds the lantern.
Yeah.
Is he fluting back to lake? Oh, I guess he's also doing Lon. Sure.
Yeah, just to do Lon.
You're already fluting. Do you start there? I guess there's not that much stuff that boots unlock. Like it's this and Swift Blade. Without clippers.
Yeah, because there's no fusions, so...
And no power bracelets to do the Lake Cabin, yeah.
Yeah. And we know Lake Cabin's dead.
That's true. So yeah, Stockwell going to be on BlueZy's list next then. And how much longer can Myth put off Krenner?
It depends. On his tracker, is there any squares that aren't red that aren't in Krenel?
Apparently the answer is yes. Under the school.
Yep. Top 10 locations that get last locationed. Number 10, South Krenel. And then just for Huffpuff, number 9, Wind Tribe House.
Yeah, Myth didn't actually have enough bombs to use one at the start there to blow up the rock at the chest directly. Can do that, but Myth had just enough bombs to get through the refill without doing that, so...
Yeah.
Myth has, in fact, not done Wind Trap yet, Huffpuff, but that's because it's close fusions.
It's because it's sphere, like... add, like, 15, probably.
Probably. How much more stuff do we need for Wind Tribe?
In fact, they'll be basically in go mode by the time that Myth can do it, I believe.
Yeah, they need
We
Wind
need
Tribe
one
access
sword.
and 2 more items, right? Like the sword and the graveyard key.
Would literally, yeah, would need... So, and then...
Yes,
Yeah,
Myth is going to Krenel, which does mean that he has run out of other stuff to check. There is no other reason he would be here. Right?
Yep. Do not adjust your TV sets. It does say Myth197 underneath the footage of Krenel.
He did not collect the hot spring water there, so he's still hoping to find something before needing to go up. Which he will find the spin before that point, right?
Yeah. He'll find the spin and then the cane and...
Yeah, like spin, go to caster, find cane. He's seen the Kinstone in South Wayfall, so he will go there to find the sword.
Yep. I thought I saw BlueZy in town, but didn't pick up the lantern. The lantern's on thingy, right?
The lantern is in Goldfish Caves.
Oh, it's in Goldfish Caves. I thought it was on the boots check in Town Dojo.
No, that was Flippers.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So, one step in the chain that... like, yes, to get the lantern you needed to do Swiftblade, boots check. But there's still another check after that you need to do. Oh, Myth just forgot about the Mountain Dew. Well, he's going to be happy to find the spin attack and leave.
Yeah, I don't think he'd intend to go to cave unless he had to.
It's not about cave, right? It's about, like, you don't have access to that. It's 2 checks on Upper Krenner that he could do.
Yeah. Ooh, grip ring up Krenner would be very rude. It could even be vanilla.
Yeah, it could be, but we haven't seen a shield yet to put vanilla as option, and the other 2 checks. I mean, it could be. I guess the other 2 checks could be the shield. Have the shield, like, there's only 1 shield, but that could be on one of them.
Mm-hmm. Sadly, no mirror shield in today's settings.
What's BlueZy doing?
Going to Goldfish Caves probably, but the long
Did he
way around
not
because no
get the wind
explosives.
crest at Bellaris?
Probably not. Is he going back into Deepwood? He's
He
going
doesn't
back.
have anything there that he can do.
No.
He doesn't have the lantern. Okay, he is going to Goldfish Caves this way, but why? Like, he has been to Bellari.
My guess is that he
And
forgot.
he had the ocarina at the time.
Probably got the sword and warped out as soon as.
Yeah, that
Yep,
must be
no
it.
wind crest. Well, no wind crest. But that is in fact a lantern.
Yeah, so that should steer BlueZy back to droplets.
Yep.
And then he can actually full clear it. Like, including Octo.
Yep. And Myth is gonna get the cane. Didn't realize there was a trap sword in caster as well. I believe for blue sword the BlueZy has is in.
No, the blue sword is from South Fort. It's the cane that leads to that that's in Caster.
Yep. I'm always remembering one step.
Yeah,
before.
just cutting out those pesky steps in the
Yep.
middle. Just
Why can't you go to Lower Vale Falls? You know, doesn't require anything apart from the cane.
and a way to get there, which I guess in this seat was the ocarina, but could also be like a sword or some other way of breaking trees.
Ah, yes, for light arrows.
Yes, light arrows and cane does put that check that has the blue sword into logic.
Although I'd be very impressed given that the cane is red sword locked.
Oh, and not in this seat. I mean, meant in general.
Yeah.
Myth has seen the rupees in South Bay Forts and has seen a kinstone there. And has everything he needs to full clear that place, so...
Yep. Having a look inside.
Like, I don't think
Flippers,
having
do
seen
we?
the kinstone will make him less inclined to go there.
Nah. You do still require. at
4
least
of the
on
7
next side,
kinstones
4.
remaining in this seat are ones he needs.
I like those odds.
I mean, that one is not going to be one of those 4,
Oh.
but...
Well, if we didn't know that, we would like those odds. Oh, there's a curse. There's another curse.
Did Quick bob out before that one hit?
Would it have even hit because you've already under the effective one?
I have no idea how curses stack.
Oh, it would have drowned.
There is that, yeah. Right, first things first with that cane. Shake and tingle. Yeah, that is a... Benares Mines is a good point. That is a big chunk of checks for the cane to give you access to, right?
Yep. It's very dense, but at the same time, you have required droplets that you can beat. And if I'm remembering this correctly, you can full clear? I mean, I can't see a reason why you can't.
BlueZy doesn't know that he can full clear because he doesn't have bombs, but he'll find
Well,
those.
yeah.
Probably. But apparently not before going into the Dark Maze, so that'll be mildly annoying. And yeah, Myth can just full clear it.
Yep, so we're going to get some double droplets action, probably.
Well, Myth has already been to the second Ruby path, so they won't be in the same part of Droplets at least.
Yep. I mean, personally, I think Droplets is quite a fun dungeon to watch. There's I mean, it's no Palace. Palace is amazing to watch. There's some really cool tech in Palace, but it's not bad to execute, to be fair.
No,
Droplets.
it's not. Like, I mean, Palace is great to execute. I don't like Droplets nearly as much, but for like watching it for Randomizer, specifically the part 2 Octo, because it's always the same, it's not that interesting to watch, I think.
Yeah. I don't know, there's something about ice.
Yeah, ice physics in this game are weird, but if you know how they work, they are still weird, but
I love the fact that you can counter ice by running. Because trust me, in real life, you cannot counter ice by running.
It's not running, it's putting on those spiked boots. And the problem is that you can only run with those boots, so you have to run.
Yeah. They've got those fancy wing stabilizers on those boots.
Like, who's saying those boots actually make you touch the ground still? I mean, besides the fact that you can still drown in water with them and fall into pits and all of that. Ignore those minor details.
On a 2D plane, we do not actually see if Link is on the ground when boots are active, so I'm gonna just think from now on that Link is like levitating whenever he's running. Because that
would explain ice
cool.
physics with boots, right?
Yep. It's probably the best explanation we can come up with.
I mean, they can just be like wing propels without actually making you hover and still counter ice pretty well, right?
Yeah. And it's quite funny because they're very similar to the boots in A Link to the Past. And using glitches in A Link to the Past, you can fly with the boots.
I mean, sure. That is not a thing in this game, unless you specifically change the game to make it a thing. Which is a thing.
Yeah, and it needed boots to beat Georg.
No, I mean, I think Leo made a hover patch for this game, right?
I have no idea. I could probably safely say, yeah, probably, and be correct. I'm still yet to try the Bomb Chew patch.
Me neither.
Despite being a huge fan of Bomb Chews.
I would never have guessed.
Yep.
But yeah. So Myth is about at the end of the part to the second level. BlueZy probably about to begin that, though he might still do some more ice plane stuff first, right? He hasn't done that yet, has he?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, still don't have a shield, so there's no mana up here.
Yeah.
Unless Myth made a shieldless mana since no one was watching. Which, I wouldn't put it past Myth, but also don't expect.
I liked the idea that we were talking about in the chat for Nimbus versus Ogni earlier, which was that we make it so that Octo is guaranteed to give you between 1 and 255 inks, but it's randomized every time because it's a randomizer.
I mean, the ink cycle always gives you a rock, right? The ink RNG.
Yeah, but we go further and
So you
make
change
the
that.
rocks out of ink.
Oh.
So you get like and it's going to be another Link to the Past reference apparently, but you make like an Aghanim situation where you hit the blue ball and it breaks into pieces.
Hmm. I mean, I'm sure that's possible. I don't think anyone has decomped the Big Octo yet, but... So
Can
yeah,
we
BlueZy-
see the Mother Pillar and Ice for from Myth?
Yes. I think so. Somewhat sure. But it wasn't anything important.
No.
Is this Myth's second ink already, or the first?
I believe it's just the first.
First, okay.
Probably. I'd quite like to see if there's a shield.
Well, BlueZy just found the bomb bag, so... He's now going to go back for that one check in the Dark Maze, probably? Nope, he's just going for the path to Octo first.
Yeah.
And there's not a shield on Octo.
Oh.
Not anything else that could lock a shield, so... You could have put off Octo until you could do Manip.
It would have been even better if it was a shield trap, to be perfectly honest.
Just to get you mad at it, and then get you mad at it again for a different
Yeah.
reason. So where's Myth going now? Is it Krana? Should it be Krana? Okay,
I mean, it would be
South
lower
Way Force.
Veil.
Yeah, South
Yeah.
Way Force for the sword. And the Kinstone, but not an important Kinstone.
I would then suspect probably a graveyard dip. See Dambe.
You? I mean, I guess.
I mean, when you hate Krenel as much as Myth does.
Yeah, I guess. But it's Madari's Mines. It's your spots.
It was really early. I remember that.
Wait, it was?
I
don't
swear it was
remember
early.
The other caster Kinstone at all.
Although now I'm mentioning it, I don't remember.
Oh hey, that might be where the
Oh.
shield is. So we might have a force lock shield, you know.
I love that.
It could be a trap.
It's gonna be for grip ring on the Krenel scrub.
That would be kind of evil.
To be fair, oh excuse me, I should be trying to stop manifesting loads of ban
You can
points.
take the points.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have as many as some people, I suppose.
Some people who may be tracking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even they aren't like that high up, right?
I don't even know who's
Well, Artemis. But then, who's after that?
I'm gonna have a look.
Well, yeah, no, Hendrix is currently in second. Nimbus is not up there anymore. I mean, he's still way ahead of you, Sean, but...
Wait. According to the spreadsheet, Ocni has 55 ban points.
Yes!
And is in 4th.
Well, it's over 13 seats, right?
Jeez.
That does matter.
Jeez. Yeah, there's actually quite the fight going on for the top 4.
Yes. But yeah, don't think I need to calculate how many points you would need to get up there, because it's a lot.
Yeah. And to be honest, this seed hasn't seemed that bad so far.
No.
Famous last words, I suppose, but...
Like, you got a point for chickens already, and...
Yes!
Like, I guess the whole lantern behind flippers, behind boots, in droplets was kind of bad.
It's round 7, so you have to expect for runners to give you ban points before the seed's even played.
Yes. Although, both of these runners have played enough of these settings to know whether the seed's actually bad or it's just the settings, right?
Yeah.
So you might actually have a chance to not just get banned for that.
I suppose for anybody who is tuning in and doesn't know what we're on about, the Minish Cap community has a ban list that runs every 3 months, I want to say, roughly.
Yep.
And when you roll a seed for a race that there is 2 or more participants in...
And it's not a race otherwise.
Well, yeah. But that's derailed me now. It's over. You can get the lovely opportunity to earn some ban points for how horrible the seed is. So, the runners who run the seed get a chance to ban the seed roller, which you'll hear people mention quite a fair bit. Yeah, then there's various different like bounties and stuff like that you can do. So I believe there's like required vanilla climb to Cave of Flames, for example.
Well, so that's where the second caster canstone was. I wouldn't call a fountain early, but at least we now know where it was.
Yeah, I may or may not have forgotten where it was. But yeah, when you at the end of a 3-month period, if you're topping the standings of this ban list, you get to play Evil Seed created by, I believe it's you and Rylux.
Yeah.
Mostly?
We are basically the team at the moment. Nesman was there for the first one, and Myth kind of has been part of the team, but also not.
Yeah. And they are some really quite... Evil doesn't quite cut it. let's just put it that way.
If you haven't seen those before, do give them a try. Find them quite enjoyable. Not just to watch, but also to play. Sometimes. But yeah.
I still haven't played a single one of them. But
Oh, you're missing
it's
out.
because I end up watching them, and then I'm like, well, I already know what's going on.
Didn't you playtest one of them?
I was going to, but I think I didn't have any time because
I thought you
of
did.
work
Okay.
commitments. I know I was definitely planning to, and I'll probably, maybe, potentially play test for one that will happen eventually because I think we've got one outstanding.
Well, yeah, it's more like we've had 2 seasons past where it's still outstanding for, so...
Yeah. And with a busy tournament, which I mean, this tournament's been spanning over what, 2 months now?
Well, we are in round 7 and each round is 10 days, so more than that, yeah?
Yep. I think it can be pretty safely assumed that it's on the back burner for a little bit as we fight through the 8 stages of hell.
Yeah, I mean, we still kind of hope to get it done before this next season ends, because otherwise Artemis is going to be in there twice, and that's an issue. And also apparently possibly Andrus, and, you know...
Yeah, and I think Poogle was also up for one, but...
Yes, so... Poogle and Candy are the other 2
Yeah.
already signed up for the next one. So, you know.
Yeah, I know Poogle's been around in OOT Scrubs recently, so maybe he's shifted focus a bit over there for a bit.
But yeah. Back to the race, they're both now climbing up Krenel.
Yep. Pretty much synced.
Yeah, have they done different checks? I
Not
think Myth has
many,
done more,
right?
right?
Possibly.
Like, has BlueZy done a graveyard dip? BlueZy doesn't have the Tingle Trophy marked on our tracker.
Yeah, I think he's not done Tingle or Graveyard, but has done the rest.
Okay. Yeah, I know Tingle
think.
didn't have any, but it's just, like, in terms of checks that they have or haven't done.
And is going to be able to get a bomb refill in here. Well, in the room down the stairs, but...
Up the stairs, I mean.
Oh yeah, it's up. It looked
Yeah,
down.
you climb up the mountain here. So it's on the way climbing up the mountain. No, it's only one of the 2 pods there. Actually has a...
Yeah. But it does respawn, so you should go down the stairs.
Did we see the one Western Woods check? You mean the one check after Red Sword and Trilby? Myth had bomb back before Sprint, right?
Yeah, we saw the Western one for a fact.
I don't think we
Because
have
it had...
had anyone go back to Keys Cave though. Eastern Hills Keys Cave.
No.
Although, no, Myth went from caster to Tingle too often. Freddy, wouldn't you have done it then? I don't think
I
he did.
don't think he did for Eastern Hills one, no.
Oh.
Boomerang in Malari's Mines.
Okay. According to Nimbus, who's tracking, Myth did mark that. So, you know, probably has done and we just weren't paying attention. So there's a 4-sword. There's a Cloud of Skinstone, there was a Boomerang. There's a dash attack.
And some arrows.
So what do mines give us here? I guess we saw a shield behind 4-sword in the school, so that's going to be something that you could check out here before coming back. I say coming back as you do Cave of Flames if there's nothing else.
Yeah, you have probably. I assume both runners have set for Wind Tribe.
Yeah.
Wind Crest, not Wind Tribe.
Yeah, you like. There's no way they haven't set the wind crest here. And they are both just following that force out.
Yeah. Also,
I don't know whether BlueZy checked this visibly before. I know Myth did.
No, not visibly, no.
Okay.
Bert, to answer your question, the boots go default onto the L button in the randomizer.
Yeah, we have L for boots, so don't
It's a
actually need to
great
equip
quality
them.
of life. Alright, piece of heart.
Future versions will have Ocarina on select. That's a very fast kinstone. I don't think Myth is going back to Krenner.
And a trap kinstone, a trap shield.
So Velforce Kinstone, that's a whole lot of checks between Velforce and Cloudtops.
Yep.
Oh wait, no it's not, they don't have Grip Ring.
Oh yeah, neither of them have it.
Of course.
I mean, there is one
so it's
check.
2 checks.
2 checks, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's actually, no, 3 actually, the obscure spot.
Oh, the obscure spot, of course.
So 3 checks are behind that Velforce Kinstone.
We've got arrows and a piece of heart.
And is BlueZy forgetting about the obscure spot, or is he going to come back there?
Might get it on the way down, maybe?
You would want a quick bob after this chest, though. Like, I think the way Myth did it is more efficient, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because you'll turn around if this isn't Grip Ring. And it's not. Well, I guess he's not Ocarina-ing away. I think he's just remembered.
This is also not collecting that heart piece? Apparently. Which is really fast to get, and Waveblade is a thing, and there are no extra heart pieces, so...
So, Myth has decided to go into Cave of Flames.
I don't think there is other options, right?
No,
With how late
I really don't think so. Hey, another book. I believe that's our second one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, chat making a good point. There is Blue Chew.
Oh, we haven't seen Blue Chew.
It's alright, I rolled for Seed, so for progression's in my cave.
But where's the Grip Ring?
I mean, I didn't say that the progression was a Grip Ring.
No, but to get to your cave.
I didn't think that far.
Okay.
I'll think of a funny location. You know what? It'll be on Yulari behind the third book on Mulari.
Okay. Sounds fun. What's the result?
And then... whatever's left. A Cloudtop's Kinstone. And then Graveyard Key on Boss Key chest of Palace. Because Georg's too predictable.
So we did see both the small keys really early in this dungeon. I don't think we've seen the big key yet. There's the map. Did we get the compass already?
Insert correct answer here.
Okay. So
I don't think so.
So yeah, 2 more dungeon items. And how many more checks is it?
Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus Glee Rock makes 8.
I don't know which ones you counted or didn't count, but I got 10 if you...
There is 10, yeah.
Okay.
I counted the basement first for getting these 2 checks and then was like, oh yeah, Myth hasn't done them yet.
Yeah. The runners still need 2 more Cloud Skin Stones, a grip ring, a graveyard key. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Pretty much everything that's golden.
Yes, they don't need that last caster stone. But yes.
Ah, you say that now.
They don't need that last caster stone for its own sake.
Yeah, for the sake of getting all 4 elements, no. But... well...
Okay, who called that?
Someone called that.
Yeah,
I think it was
who called
Nimbus.
that? Well done, Nimbus. So, what's in your cave?
The 3rd caster kinstone.
Yeah, Myth is like, let's just get the blue orb and leave.
It can be a run maker or a run breaker here.
I'm surprised Myth is still on Krenner.
I mean, you gotta check.
No, you just go to Valforce first. Given that Krenner Beanstalk is not a thing, Valforce is so much more dense.
Yeah, but I think good just because you're here.
I mean, sure, I guess. It's convenient.
Well, it's a curse, so we're not gonna find out for a few seconds. As BlueZy is going deeper in cave. I don't know if I agree with this, but I am biased because I lost my race against Mashy for doing this. So
BlueZy
now,
is also... like, BlueZy knows he's against Myth.
yeah.
Right? How much of this is just thinking it's the correct play and how much of it is a meta play?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's a bad spot to be in.
Meta play equals correct play,
Okay,
maybe.
how much of it is because BlueZy thinks it will make him finish the seed the fastest that he could, and how much does he just do it because it actually raises his chances of winning? Specifically against Myth.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he does...
rephrase that question, right?
Yeah, we'll have to see if he does Glee Rock here. Or just gets the Red Warp and leave. Red Warp and leaving may not be a bad idea.
Yeah, I think I like clearing the basement, but getting the red warp and being out of there. I think Gleerock is a bit too slow.
As Myth is going up to Sean Cave. Ah, well, you say it's quicker, but then you get cursed, and here we are.
That was an ambitious jump.
Ooh, okay. Ambiguous.
That's Rockbreaker? Well, yeah, it's Rockbreaker, yep. Always.
Yeah, because we've only got roll attack, and which is black, and...
Well, it was a Swift Blade scroll, and we've seen down thrust, spin, and dash.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alright, we're seeing Gleerock. And we're seeing Rem at the same time. Rem has a lovely trap.
Alright, now Myth is going back to wave forwards, so...
Ooh, chat is saying that BlueZy didn't do blade chest.
We still didn't see the compass yet, right? Like, if you're of the mind that you are going to do Lerock anyways because there is 2 guaranteed non-dungeon items behind us, like one on the element spot and one on Malari, I guess you can put off Dax chest in case it's the compass, if you are very sure that you don't have the compass and didn't leave it anywhere and it's not actually your foresight when you think it's the compass, after you get the compass on Lerock. I mean, it's not specifically the foresight in this case, but you know what I mean.
Sarcastic Instone!
You still just go up into cloud tops.
So we are on 6 scrolls on Myth's side.
So we're missing what, roll attack?
Yes, roll attack is the only one we're missing. I mean, CT is required. Fortress isn't. I can definitely see going to CT first.
Yeah, you have 3 kinstones. The first 2 fusions are really fast to access later if you come back with the remaining ones. You have an Ocarina. You have Cape and Mids. Like, I like Cloud Tops here a lot.
Yep. Alright, green rupee on the first check. What's for second got? Another green rupee.
No, BlueZy does have the compass.
Oh. Further pause champs.
Myth apparently having some trouble with this jump.
Just a bigger green rupee. I guess that is what happens if you hit a green rupee with a hammer multiple times. You do flatten it out and it becomes bigger.
So did BlueZy leave behind the blade chest?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
I mean, I guess he could still quick roll after this and go back. But I think you would want to do it first in that case because it sets your quick roll to flame, so you aren't minish when you quick warp. Yeah, like he specifically checked that he had a compass, so he should be going back, but why is he doing this first?
Yeah, that's the 7th scroll.
Yeah. That's all the scrolls. Don't be fooled by other settings where there's like 11. That's another thing.
Yeah. I've only just noticed on Myth's tracker on his stream, and I believe BlueZy's also using Myth's layout, for 7 scrolls that you get in reduced item pool, do the shape of a 7 on the tracker.
Okay, I did not know that, but it makes sense. Because he has the 5 spin scrolls in the first column?
Yep.
Yeah. So, we're gonna have anything else in Cloud Tops?
It's not looking likely at this point.
There's... this check, those 2 mobs, 3 mobs your spots.
3 more, yeah. I think Myth's just gone straight past 1.
Oh no, so sorry, there is the kill at the south there, but Myth will probably do that after going down here and doing this fusion. Just to minimize going up and down tornadoes and bolts, right?
Yeah, fair.
But that was the last check, and that was not the spot where Myth wanted to standing. Or maybe
Yep.
it was? Oh, he hasn't done that. No, it definitely wasn't. He wanted to go over here, but...
He didn't. Did he check the obscure spot above this fusion
Yes.
spot? Oh, this was the one I thought he'd missed. So.
No, he got that.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, there's nothing in Glad's so I think you just go to Fortress here, right?
There was the 7th straw in Cloud Ops, but yes, basically nothing.
Wait a second.
Okay. I guess. You know, there's nothing there, therefore Myth is going there?
Is Myth metering BlueZy's metering of Myth? It's like metaception.
No, this is, I think, Myth saying I have enough of an execution advantage that I don't want to lose to this.
Yeah. I mean, like, both runners were, I think, yeah, they're both top 2 after 6 rounds.
Really?
I'm fairly sure they were. Isn't that why they matched?
No, I mean...
Yeah, because I was in 3rd, so yeah, and the only 2 people above me were the 2 people I lost to, so which were these 2. So yeah, they were 1 and 2.
No, after round 6, Ogni was in 2, but had already played. Also, at the end of round 6 doesn't matter. At the end of round 5 is what matters with these things, and that's why they were top 2. Right?
Oh yeah, good point.
But yeah, at that time they were top 2, yes.
They were top 2 at that time.
Currently,
Yeah.
but like Myth is still in top. BlueZy is not in 2nd on the current standings.
Yep. I believe, regardless, they're both 6 and 1.
What's their records?
5 and 1, because they haven't played the 7th round yet.
BlueZy already skipped a round.
Yeah.
Myth didn't.
Yeah, Myth's skipping round 8.
So they can't have the same record.
Yeah, I guess if you count it as a win. You count it as a win, yeah.
So it doesn't actually count quite as high as a win.
They're even runners. There.
Okay.
Yeah, they've both got 1 loss. That works. Thank you, Hopper.
But Myth has got 1 more win.
Yeah. Blade Chest had nothing. You might want that piece of heart in these settings. We're running out of checks and we're climbing up in hearts.
Yeah, like BlueZy has still got left behind that Brave Falls heart piece. But is there any others? He has fewer heart containers than Myth does, right?
Yeah. Myth has 8 and BlueZy has 7.
7, yeah. So it could be just that one that's the difference, but it could also mean that BlueZy has left behind more. Don't actually know. Like, I don't know how many pieces they have. Oh hey, BlueZy is going back for Blade Chest!
Hey!
We still need Cloud of Skin Stones and a Graveyard Key.
Yep.
which, yeah, we have Fortress open, and that might be like the only, at least the only dense area. We have Blue Chew, I think, still, right? Don't know if there's any other like one-offs that we forgot about, but
yeah, I
BlueZy
think
has to have more left, right?
Yeah, because BlueZy hasn't done like graveyard and stuff, but assuming he warps to Fortress here after this climb, there's going to be like about 5 seconds in between. Well, maybe a little longer.
Maybe a bit more, like climbing from here to. Oh wait, no, Myth has Malari left. Malari is a bit faster than going to Shawn Cave.
Yeah. Probably it's still probably between 5 to 10 seconds difference. And that is an equip of the Ocarina, so I'll be stunned if we don't go to Caster here.
What else would there be? Blue Chew.
Blue Chew, I think.
Okay, it's a Fluticaster.
Yeah.
You check Swift with the first here. Probably after saying your quick warp. How many scrolls is BlueZy on? Is this number 7 for him as well?
This is his 7th, yep.
Okay. So yeah, BlueZy is about as far behind as it takes to get into Wind Runes from anywhere on the map if you have the Kingstones and the Ocarina and a Wind Crest.
Alright, let's see if Swiftblade the First has anything. Hey look, it's for Great Spin, you won't have this seed.
Nothing on Swiftblade the First.
Okay.
So Myth is entering at 136.07 into Wind Runes. So yeah, it's more than 10 seconds, but
yeah.
Probably. How much time do these fusions take? It's about a minute?
Didn't realize. It's about 11 or 12 seconds a statue by the looks of things.
So less than a minute, but.
Yeah. We'll be hot on Myth's heels, so.
Yeah, this is close for sure. Yeah, 40 seconds about.
Easily recoverable.
Oh yeah, 40 seconds is... like... that time difference can go either way, easily. And, like, Myth has done more checks, so if they still need to do more after this, that might give him an advantage, but otherwise... And, like, I don't think there's a lot of situations where BlueZy does a lot of checks that Myth has already done at this point.
Yeah, I mean, the ones are...
Unless something is on Blue Chew.
Yeah, BlueZy will likely skip. I mean, I'd be stunned if there's no progression in Fortress.
Oh no, there will be something here, right? But...
well, yeah, unless there's a graveyard key on Blue Chew that locks both Kinstones.
That is the one scenario in which there's nothing here. Is that possible? Yeah, there's one check in the graveyard and one check in Wind Runes. And welcome to the Raiders from ZeldaSpeedRuns. You're tuning in to the Minish Cap Randomizer Variety Tournament. We are 3 items from Gomod here. Both of these runners, like, we've basically seen everything except the area where these runners are in terms of what they can do right now. And so it's very close right now. Like they were 40 seconds apart entering Wind Runes here. We think Myth has done a few more checks. BlueZy might have skipped some things, but we don't expect him to go back for them, so it shouldn't really matter.
That's something you don't really want to see as a piece of heart there. Because you might
Yeah,
have
that
to
is
do
the
a
one
hand
thing.
grab it.
Like, So in hard pieces, log a check in this game, and with these specific settings, there's just enough health to unlock that check in the entire item pool. If that has something, BlueZy might have skipped some health somewhere.
Yep. And there is one of our 2 required kinstones.
Yes, so we need one more of those kinstones and a graveyard key. Yes, there is just 28 hard pieces in the pool. To get you to 10 hearts. Or Waveblade.
Definitely seeing keys. None of the keys are golden, though.
No, just small keys. So yeah, they are both doing pretty much the same thing here.
Mm.
No variation in the route. Through Fortress, so far.
Yep, two pieces of heart we've seen here so far. Well, 3, including the drop spot.
Another book would be nice-ish. Would just save Scum and check that, probably. Okay,
Gonna
Myth is
quickly
now
do
doing
Quick Warp Cave.
Quick Warp Caves. BlueZy has done those. Did BlueZy catch up some? Or is this like I got check just so slow?
I think it's just that slow.
Okay, yeah. Quick Warp Caves, especially since only the one cave is actually fast, and this is a bit slow.
Some lovely boots cancelling there.
Yes, since we won't get a butterfly for the bow in these settings.
That shuffle should work, but not in there. Because they have to be pressed at the same time. But it works in other places, like the door that Myth is about to go up to.
Yeah, no idea why it doesn't work in that room, but... It's probably just something to do with the order of the switches in the object list in that room.
I mean, it wouldn't be a Zelda game with some form of weird programming, right?
I mean, if it's just the order, you could just look at the rooms in Minish Maker and compare to test that. Don't even need DeepComp for that.
I would imagine it would be something like, because the 2 switches activate 1 door, but the 2 switches in that room activate 2 Igors.
I don't think that would have anything to do with it, because the way that 2 switches activating one thing works is via manager, it just checks that 2 flags are both set. Probably? Actually, would it be... There's that range thing. Maybe that is the difference. I would need to check how those check. No, all of those others... Those aren't permanent flags, right? Well, the door is, so that uses a manager to set the permanent flag based on the temporary room flags from the switches. And the Igors, I have no idea. Like, if you activate the switches and then leave the room, would the Igors be deactivated again? Probably, right?
Probably.
So they might not use that manager and then check differently because of that or something. And it looks like we are missing Mazal here, yeah. So this is not an element boss. Myth did also do B-Rock, right?
Yeah. I think it's just not been marked on the tracker.
Yeah. Not that Gleok had anything, but...
Yeah. Gleerock was just 2 green rupees and a big green rupee on Malari, so...
So we'll see whether Mazal has anything for us.
And we'll start
BlueZy
seeing
is
back.
not doing Mazal, is instead going for the back first. So, one of these choices has to lead to something, right? Because it doesn't have
At
to. The
this
Cloud
point-
of Skillstone could be on Blue Chew.
I mean, yeah. Blue Chew's just lurking in the background watching these runners.
But it's more likely that there's something in Fortress. It's not in the back left. And BlueZy does not actually have all the small keys. Also, why is BlueZy not doing the big chest here? Okay,
He is now.
why hasn't he done it before, more like? Okay, that is
That's the
small.
key. So, Mazal does have an item. Well, technically
yeah,
2 items.
we have seen the map. Have we gotten the compass?
Oh, jeez.
Well, that is a hard container trap.
Totally realistic heart container. That, however, is a piece of heart.
So the reason that hard container is definitely a trap, without even waiting to see whether it sparkles, which you would usually have to do, there are no hard containers in these settings. Yeah, Waveblade would be locked by Mazal now. Four pieces in Fortress so far? Yeah, that sounds about right.
5.
Yeah,
5
that's
now.
why it's like...
Fortress of Health mode?
So Myth also going for the back left first out of the 2 locked doors in the main room.
Right, so one of these 2 checks you've got to think has got something, or it's go straight to Blue Chew. Which BlueZy may not do because he has Graveyard open.
Yeah, BlueZy has a few other options that we already know aren't it. Unless maybe for health.
Oh wait, sorry, there are 3 settings. There are 3 checks because of the obscure spot that's back here.
Oh yeah, is it just the one? Is it 2 pods?
There's,
Is it 1 pod?
or is it 2? It's 1 or 2. It might be 2. Yeah, so there's
it's
3
2.
checks as of now. And check number 1 has nothing.
That's a shield. That gives
That
too
is
much
the actual
X.
shield. Forgot that could be progression. If the runners can Octomin him now.
I mean, they can't. Octo is dead.
Alright.
BlueZy leaving without doing Mazar. So if
it's
you're hoping for
bold,
BlueZy to win,
but-
then it shouldn't be Waveblade. So if it's Wave Blade, BlueZy has a problem. But if it's just the scrubs or something... Well, there's a piece of heart! That's not helpful to BlueZy. If that's progression, then BlueZy...
So, we think that BlueZy's missed one piece of heart, right?
well,
Being
we know
one-
he skipped the one in like North Warehouse. North Lower Warehouse.
Yeah, so...
We
then
also know
plus
that
the
he skipped the one
on
on Mazal.
So that would mean there are 3 left? Because he'd be on 9 hearts and 1 piece.
And
There
there's the
we
Close
are.
Castle.
There it is.
So, most likely the graphic is just in Palace.
Yep.
And suddenly BlueZy is ahead. Due to not doing Mazal.
Well, currently is ahead, but
Yes, it could
if
still be Wave
Blade could still
but
rear
in that
his ugly
case,
head.
like that's... They will both full clear Palace first in that world and wouldn't be great. And welcome to the Raiders from Francois' channel, who did a French restream of the other match that was going on earlier, I believe. Like that started earlier than this one. Hey Zauza. Yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Is there any weird world where you do some of Palace before Wind Trap because you're gonna have to do it anyways to look for keys? I guess not with how inconvenient the blue warp is in Palace.
Yeah.
Like if the blue warp was at Iron Taden, you might have a world where you go up to there, then do Wind Trap, then do that. We will see when Myth gets there, right? For hard pieces. Whether that's everything. Or if we're missing more. I think Myth is at 9 2/4, okay. That's the last book. You've got to save in Palace and then check that, right? Just in case.
Yeah. I think you want to do as much as you can to avoid full clearing Palace because it's quite slow against a go mode.
BlueZy is not saving in Palace for doing this.
He
BlueZy
is doing.
going for... Oh. I mean, if Hilaria has something, you save time by not doing that, but in every other world, you lose time by having to climb up the stairs and Wind Trap again. Myth getting this Wind Crest as well, recognizing that option. Did BlueZy get that Wind Crest? Must have, right? Okay. And it's not Hilari. If Myth is going to go for that same play, I would strongly expect him to do the save scum, which would save a bit of time and like just resetting back to Palace instead of going up all these stairs again. It's not a lot of time, but it's some time, and they are very close. No, Myth is even more like didn't even finish checking wind trap before going for Yulari.
It's going to be a very close one.
Yes. Pretty sure they're easily still within tower differences.
Yeah. And there's still a good portion of the seed left. Oh, 100% Hufflepuff.
I mean, there's go through Palace until you find the graveyard key left of the seed, right?
Yeah.
Yes, or until you run out of checks and go to Blue Chew for the last piece of heart to go to Waveblade. To find the graveyard key.
Yep. You'll have to excuse me a second. Apparently everyone's deciding to leave groups that I was in at some point, so I'm just being inundated with notifications.
So BlueZy is about 1 minute 40 ahead here, Palace.
Yep.
But Myth is going to have a faster Wizrobe fight, most likely. So
And I know Myth is very good with bomb strats in DHC as well. I don't know if BlueZy's super efficient at them.
Well, depends. I think BlueZy knows some remote bomb strats, but it's not gonna come to those.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
look
was
at
a way better Wizrobe fight.
That Wizrobe. Oh.
Yeah. BlueZy did not skip remotes, there are no remotes. And there are also no other bottles, so... If Myth ran into one, I'm pretty sure it's accidentally. I mean, there's lots of ways to do pot push puzzle, right? It's not actually a hard puzzle, I think. Like, there's lots and lots of ways of doing it, and you can lock yourself out somewhat easily, but So there was a small key on pot push. Myth is also doing it, so no difference there.
Not on Moblin Bridge. Oh, under Moblin Bridge, or on it, I guess.
Yeah. If that was a visible graveyard key, do you still go for the vanilla boss key chest?
I mean, you've done pot push at this point, right? Like, I think you just don't bother though. Actually, no. Yeah, I think you. I would say you don't bother, but if it's a trap, it feels bad.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is it like, do you think that it's real, or do you think that it's likely enough to be a trap that you use these two small keys?
Well, it isn't on. The,
Yeah, it's not,
vanilla
but
boss keys.
it's an interesting thing to think about. I don't actually know what I think the correct answer is. Like, there's a lot of traps, but when specifically also showing us that item. But yeah, BlueZy now in the second half of Palace. Myth just needs to do fan loop and then go for the Boski chest to get there. I guess he doesn't need to, but he will do that.
Yeah, I think at this point we're just expecting the graveyard key to show up here, right? It's just a matter of when.
It's very much like, and the road through Palace is also pretty standard at this point. Like, Palace is not completely linear, but it's linear enough that there's not really much room for them to take different roads here. There's minor things, but
Yeah, I think at this point it's just gonna come down to execution.
yes. And I think Myth has caught up some over this first half of Palace. So we were about 140 apart at the start, and they are now about 120 apart. So Myth made up in 20 seconds just on execution throughout the first half of Palace. With 80 more seconds to go.
I am envisaging this like almost like a scene out of like Jaws or something. There's a shark. There's a shark coming, but will BlueZy outrun the shark? Find out in probably something around 20 minutes to half an hour's time on CSR 3.
It shouldn't take that long, right?
Who knows? We still haven't seen Graveyard Key with this deep.
But if we don't see Graveyard Key by the time they are finished with Palace, Myth is just ahead, right? Because BlueZy has more other stuff left. Like BlueZy will then go to Graveyard or something before Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Whereas Myth will just go find that hard piece on Blue Chew to do Waveblade. That's still the plan, right?
You'd think.
Like, we haven't seen any other hard pieces, have we?
Not off the top of my head. Trying to think.
Well, between where Myth is in Palace and where BlueZy is in Palace, I mean specifically.
Oh, yeah. No.
Like, specifically one that BlueZy would have picked up that Myth hasn't. Because I think we're only missing one more. According to what Chad said earlier. There's the last Smoky. So there's 2 more checks, then there's 1 more on York. And then there's Blue Chew and Waveblade? Do we have anything else left?
I'm racking my brain. I'm really trying to think.
Oh, apparently we also hadn't seen the compass yet. Have we seen the map? I want to say we have, but...
I do believe so, yeah.
Okay, yeah, map was early according to chat. That sounds about right. Oh yeah, it was the very first check. That's right. I remember.
Oh yeah. Now you've mentioned it, I also remember, but...
So yeah, it's all either York, Bitch, or Waveblade. And if it's Waveblade, then one of those other 2 has the hard piece. And otherwise the hard piece can obviously be in one of the 2 checks in Graveyard as well, or in DHC.
See, Hendris, I told you ruled out the seed too early.
And if it's Georg, that's not any meme points for that. It's a required boss, you have to do it anyways. That's nice, right?
Yeah.
But they would probably still ban at that point.
What would actually be quite a smart idea that I could have done is had for form open at the same time.
It's always like you always want to look through the spoiler log when filling out the form.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I know we had required chickens. We potentially have a required non-elemental boss,
If that hard piece is progression, yes.
which is one of the checks BlueZy hasn't done, I believe. Graveyard key at DHC. Alright, time to panic.
No,
Seed
Luna, I think there
walked.
was one piece of heart in Palace, which could still be progression. There was one, right, at the start? Or was it just... No, that may have been...
I'll have to double check the spoiler on that one.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, yeah, have the spoiler log for filling out the ban list. Yeah, it may have been just the tower and the scrub.
Dude. Third element. What is it? It is. Oh no!
There is one piece of heart in Palace!
Wait, does that mean there was a piece of heart on every boss apart from Gleerock?
I don't remember.
Because I'm fairly sure there was one on Green Chew. Actually, no, there might not have been one on
No, there
Octo.
was nothing
No, there
on
wasn't one on
Octo.
Octo. Never mind. Oh
And
my
yeah, now
god, this might actually be
BlueZy is
Waveblade.
going for Graveyard, while Myth will just go to Waveblade after this. And then BlueZy if that's not it.
Oh yeah, I think it needs to be BlueZy for as there's a piece of heart that
Yeah, for BlueZy to have a chance, it needs to be BlueZy. But even if it is BlueZy, Myth is probably still getting there first. Because BlueZy is going into the graveyard now. And we know the graveyard key is not there. And if it's Waveblade, then Myth is way ahead, because BlueZy left behind the hard piece on Mazar.
yeah, so basically
So
this
it's a
is where
50-50.
BlueZy...
Either Myth wins or Myth wins more.
Yep. It's,
Maybe not
it's
wins.
for
Either Myth is ahead or Myth wins.
yeah.
That's probably a fair.
And then it comes down to tower RNG or I feel bad
Myth is
for
just
BlueZy.
way ahead. So, which is it?
Here we go. It's happening. I don't know if I can look. I really don't know if I can look.
I can tell you afterwards. You don't have to look.
Wait. I'm looking because I need to see
It's
it.
there.
It's there.
Okay,
Oh my god.
so Bazar was required.
Oh no. What? And Myth in his face cam is so happy for that graveyard key.
Yeah.
Oh my
This,
god.
like, Myth knows he's ahead now.
Yeah. He's 100% ahead. He feels justified for doing Mazal.
Like,
And
the
all
only
the other
thing
various
was, like,
twigs.
Lerock, and I don't think you would have left, like, you would expect BlueZy to have left that behind here.
Yeah. I feel for BlueZy in this one, but also, what a fucking seed.
I mean, BlueZy gambled on Mazar, which I think is the correct for BlueZy. Like, we can see the difference in execution, right? Based on the fact that, like, BlueZy just has all these checks left. So, I don't, like, if it's that bad, then Myth is just the favorite to win anyways. So, BlueZy making those gambles is his path to win. It just didn't work out with his seed.
Yeah, that was probably the one check that it could have been on, which meant that this race wasn't going to be a nail-biter 20-second difference.
I mean, no, like, you can see how much stuff BlueZy is doing here, right? Myth would have gone straight to BlueZy after the Waveblade if it wasn't there.
Yeah.
Because Myth doesn't have anything else left. BlueZy does. If it was in Palace, then it would have been close. But, like, once we knew it wasn't in Palace... Yeah, like, this seed is definitely favoring Myth. Like, Myth has the execution advantage over everyone in this tournament, I want to say.
Yeah.
Like, this is the glitchless world record holder, you know. For the vanilla game. So, like, in terms of execution, yeah, it's just... Yes! Like, Myth probably wasn't feeling great the deeper into Palace he got. Up until it wasn't in Palace, and it was just a piece of heart there, and then the graveyard key was there. At which point, Myth would have been feeling great.
Mm-hmm. I believe we get a.
Yes, so in DHC, which is coming up next, there are 9 checks, one of which can have the big key, and we are going to have a bet on how many checks into DHC it will take Myth to find that big key. So bet any number from 1 to 9. And yeah, now BlueZy is going for Blue Chew. After Myth has already finished Crypt. So even if the Graveyard Key had been on Blue Chew instead, Myth still would have been like 2-3 minutes ahead, maybe?
Oh. So we are going to get to see what is on Blue Chew. Oh, man.
So Myth is going to the king here?
Myth?
What?
This isn't you. Myth, you're supposed to be on my side when it comes to skipping the king.
So I was going to say Myth is going to skip the king here when I saw that he wasn't, and I'm very surprised. Yeah, Myth is usually one of the people who says to skip king. But okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to check the runners after this seed that they are in fact the runners on the seed. Never thought that would happen, but here we are.
And Blue Chew is just a trap. On which BlueZy did miss the quick warp timing, so it did get cursed. I don't know how many pieces of heart is BlueZy missing, do we know?
We'll know as soon as he picks one up.
Well, is he gonna pick one up before Bazaar?
I think there is this one and the North Vale Falls one.
Yeah, those are the ones that I can think of.
Oh yeah, we never saw. Oh god, what happened to my voice then? We never saw Simon.
Has Smith not done this?
I don't think so.
Maybe. Maybe.
Although chat is saying that Simon has bombs, so
yeah,
maybe.
I thought Myth did Simon a while ago.
Oh well, yeah, there you go. It must have been so long ago. We've gone through so many emotions since.
So I completely missed what the first 2 checks in DHC were, but they weren't small keys.
Nope.
Myth just missing that bomb strat. And going into the center of the room, there is no Esler trigger here that you need to get rid of.
First was a map, second you missed. Okay, it was a red rupee. So we've seen the item, we've seen the
item,
map.
we've seen the map. This will be a small key for sure.
Yep. Yep, but we do recommend if you're going to watch for VOD and want to avoid spoilers, you will not want to stick around for an interview.
No. Elaine, you know this is closed fusions, right? Percy is not a check. I mean, BlueZy talked to Percy, but it didn't actually give any items.
Secretly, Percy has the other graveyard key. Oh yeah, Huffpuff makes a great point. BlueZy went to see Percy in the sea.
And there's the big key.
Yep.
Then they
Check
actually closed the
4?
bet, apparently. So let me check when that bet. But yeah. Number 4.
It would have been 4, Kato. The rest are behind the warps. It's for 4 towers and vanilla. Would make the other 5.
Well, this check can be as early as 2 if you skip king and find a small king in the base, in the big chest in the basement, right?
Yep.
But yeah, this seed it would have been 3 or 4. Which I'm still surprised that Myth did king.
I think everybody who is watching this on ZSR3 is surprised that Myth did king. But we're gonna see Mazal here.
Yes, Mazal is required.
I can't say it with a straight face.
Why not?
I struggle to believe it.
Yeah, Myth is now entering the gauntlet here. This room much nicer with Great Spin, but Myth probably one of the only people in the tournament who is actually used to doing it without.
Yeah.
From ZeldaSpeedRuns. Which you might be surprised that like the non-hundo categories don't actually pick up Great Spin usually.
Can Myth die no less than 10 times on V3? At 10 hearts, that would be very impressive. And a bottled fairy, because I'm 99% sure he has a bottled fairy.
Yeah, I would be surprised if he didn't. This is not the last round 7 match, no. There is 2 more after this. There's... Is that right?
We've got 3.
Pick Parts versus Goldfish.
Yeah,
later
that's...
this
Oh yeah,
night,
because...
and Trent versus Felici was rescheduled to tomorrow.
Yes, that is for last two, because
Because Zelda was
Andy played
it's
earlier.
just not up there because I was busy commentating this instead of putting that result in.
Yeah.
Did get rated by that restream from Francois earlier.
Yep. There's actually been 5 matches.
No,
I
4.
believe. Was it
Trent
4?
versus
Oh yeah,
Felici
well
got
yeah, because the other one
rescheduled.
was rescheduled. Yeah, there was supposed to be 5. Yeah. Very, very busy day. The 10th of September is National Minish Cap Rando Day.
Apparently. For which nation though? Because I'm pretty sure it's
All
all
of
over
them.
the place.
International TMCR Day.
Okay.
Yes, the International National TMCR Day.
Yeah.
I could believe it.
Myth getting quite nice positioning, eye positioning. ING
Well. Oh, yeah, you could just go around it this way. I always forget that you can do these split pairs of 2.
Oh yeah, no, that's like so much nicer.
It's the optimal way, I believe, right? But
well, it's just you have a chance to dodge electric balls with these patterns. Is the advantage, and the fact that you are flexible in what patterns you can use, like, just means that you can dodge around purple spikes on electron pads.
yeah.
Like, you don't need that specific pattern. It's the nicest one for the reason of dodging. But if you have to go for something weirder, then that's probably still going to be fine. Like, I know with Great Spin, basically any pattern will work. Without Great Spin, it's maybe not as easy to make every pattern work, but... yeah, I've done patterns where one of my clones was on the opposite side, and that still worked. Like... my best guess is that Aslo would tell you if you asked him in that room.
Yeah.
But I don't actually know that for sure.
Batty Free being a little bit of
where
it.
he left behind pieces of heart.
Yep. It's about 2 screens up.
So yeah, Myth now done with the arms. Just gotta return the blue balls 3 times, get 2 hits in each time.
Yep. Nice relaxing game of tennis after whatever the hell this was.
And there's the last piece of heart for BlueZy.
Will likely about pick up the graveyard key.
Yeah, maybe just pick that up. Maybe not.
Probably be in the action for it.
Like, yeah.
Assuming this doesn't bounce off in an awkward direction.
Yeah, so there's the dot done for Myth.
There we are. GG's to Myth.
And there's the go mode for BlueZy.
Yep. That
which is when he
was something.
So let's get him in here for an interview.
Is this where I feign I'm busy and need to run?
Yes. GG's, guys.
GG's.
God.
Oh no, Sean. Oh, you beautiful boy. Oh,
God.
oh, Sean, thank you so much. Right, I'll pay you later.
God.
I'm sensing that you have a slightly different opinion towards the seed here.
Maybe a little.
Dude, I was shitting myself so much. Because Blue Chew was the only thing I hadn't done, so...
I was hoping I had to do 100% in these settings. My whole practice strategy was not doing 100%.
I was begging so much for Wave Blade, I was like, please.
If it had been Blue Chew, you still would have been ahead.
Yeah.
Like, based on when BlueZy actually did Blue Chew, you still were, like, 2 to 3 minutes ahead if it was there instead of Wave Blade. But yeah, with it, we didn't know Wave Blade. At that point, it was just... like, I think you had time to die to Vati 3 twice or something.
Yeah, probably not far off.
I guess you didn't get the red pop, so maybe only once, but...
I mean, that RNG on Vati 3 was not good, but it wasn't anything that was going to kill me. It was just incredibly slow arms.
Yeah, I don't think that part of V3 is likely to kill you, or any part of V3 is likely to kill you. So
You can die if you're going in on like 4 hearts. You can get bullied and killed. But I was taking it safe. I was grabbing the health and everything. I went in on full health and I had on 10 hearts and also a bottle. That's not going to happen.
yeah.
I was thinking about the back end of Cave of Flames. Was there a heart piece back there?
No, not that I
Don't
remember.
think so.
I remember Gleerock didn't lock a heart piece.
Gleerock definitely
Gleerock
didn't.
didn't.
And I don't think there
Gleerock
was
had
anything in the back end of Cave Flames after Blue Wolf.
When I-
either.
Lava basement bottom right. If there was
Lava
one,
basement
it
bottom right was the big key.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
having a
it
look
was the big
in
key.
the...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a look in the spoiler.
When I beat Gleerock and then saw there was a rupee, I was like, oh, I mismarked something.
Yeah, no pieces of heart in the basement at all.
I mismarked Cave of Flames as an element at the beginning.
Oh.
Went too fast.
See, we were thinking you were doing a meta play where you were thinking that Myth wouldn't do it. And that's
No,
why you
but
were
once
doing
I did that, I was like, I gotta lean into this. And then I did all of it, and it was rupees, and I was sad.
Well, Myth also did all of it, so...
What?
Yeah, because
Have you
Yeah,
seen the
we would-
seed?
I went like I did Cave of Flames first and got the grip ring, and then I bailed, and I got my kinstone for Fortress, and I was like, I should really go to Fortress right now, and then went back to Cave of Flames and cleared it. And I felt so stupid for doing it because there was just nothing from it.
Yeah.
But you know me.
No, but
Do we,
at
though,
least-
Myth?
at least
Do
you
we know
routed
you?
decently. I got the gripping and then full clear the dungeon right after.
Yeah. So, Myth, do we know you? Because I think you did the king. What's up with that?
Ah, if you
Yeah.
didn't hear my explanation, is I
You
knew
gave that
that
explanation while
at
you were
best.
talking to me.
Yeah, at best, I also said it when I was when I was doing it. At best, BlueZy would have been roughly about the same time as me going in. So to eliminate the one chance that he had at winning by it having the big key and then me full clearing all of DHC and then having to go back for the big key on that, I just eliminated that possibility.
Okay.
So it was just a tactical play.
Why not do it after Red Wolf then? Like, isn't that just...
That was also an option.
So the entire time I was going through Palace, I was like, this is the only scenario where I win here, is if the graveyard key is here. And as I kept doing more Palace, I was like, it's not here. And then when I reached... But, like, the way my routing strategy had been working, I was like, okay, in this scenario, I'm pretty sure, based on the routing, the graveyard key is going to be on Gior. And then I got a piece of heart, and when I got the piece of heart, I 100% knew that the graveyard key was on Waveblade.
It was amazing to see that piece of art there.
Yeah.
Like, it was down to 3 checks on this side, right? It was York, Waveblade, or Luchu.
Yeah.
So seeing that piece of heart was just...
I knew there had to be a heart piece in Palace, and I'd actually forgotten about it all the way up until the end. I was like, oh yeah, there was one. I knew I
could
was
have been on
counting my
Blue
heart
Chew.
pieces. I had one left. It could have been on Blue Chew.
Or it could have been in Graveyard if the Graveyard key was in Luchu. Or in Palace.
Yeah.
But yeah. What else does the seed have?
Back a fortress for a shield.
Oh yeah.
The shield was funny.
I did
I
ask
had a
that.
feeling I got that before Myth.
I asked that really early on in the seed. I was actually like, oh, what I really want from the seed is for Palace access to be like in the back of Fortress. And it was.
Yep. And to answer your question, BlueZy, I think you did get it about a minute or two ahead.
I had
think-
gone and done Mazao at that time.
Yeah, that was the main difference.
That was the difference. Was you were on Mizal whilst BlueZy was doing the
We
back.
were in Fortress at the same time?
Yeah.
You two were both insanely close for most of this race.
Yeah, but the
Like,
difference
well-
was I skipped so much.
No, Myth entered Wind Runes first.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did Wind Ruins before Mazal.
No, I mean
the
entered
big
Wind
football
Runes
team.
from Caster.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
so-
entered about a minute to a minute and a half ahead, going into Wind Tribe, and then basically you switched because you did Mazal whilst BlueZy was doing Wabak,
Yeah.
and then
Mazal's about 2 minutes, so makes sense.
and then switched again after that piece of heart was required.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, once it wasn't in Palace, Myth was ahead.
Yeah.
If it was in Palace, like at Blue Warp, BlueZy was like 80 seconds ahead. In Palace.
Oh, my one hope, and I still wasn't that far ahead. I was hoping
Yeah.
for a little more of an advantage than that.
No, that's yeah, it was.
If Graveyard Key was in Palace, I was going to skip King.
Yeah, that would have been a close race.
I mean, I had been skipping King already, so...
Oh.
I mean, in all my practice, I skipped King and then did it after Southwest Tower.
Right.
So that's probably how I would have done it. But
Yeah, so that could have come down to Vati execution.
Yes,
Big P was what?
it was the throne.
The compass chest?
Yeah.
Alright. So... Was there a
And the small
in
key
map?
was the small key was on the blade chest.
The Blades chest. Alright,
Yes.
so yeah. I'm pretty sure we would have taken the exact same route through DHC.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm mad. This is not how I wanted this to go down.
No, it was kind of sad that, like, it would have been
That
way
I won,
closer
I
if it
know.
was on Blue too. Because you both
Yeah.
had that left, and
Yeah. Oh, I would have had such weird feelings if it was on Blue Chew and BlueZy had just not finished. Because I'd be like, what? Because I thought you did Blue Chew.
No, I skipped Blue Chew until the end.
Yeah.
But I mean, with these settings, it's been working out. Like, it's usually not.
yeah,
Puff Puff. Well, it's too late.
Up, you stopped Myth from winning. Do it again.
Yeah.
I-
no.
Just
If you win
qualify.
your other matches, Huffpuff, you can, come into the finals with me and try
Oh, I
again.
ruined half of Huffpuff's pan. I'll ruin the other half.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
this-
like brackets, Smith is definitely in at this point, right?
Yes.
He's skipping next round. He's
And
6-1.
BlueZy, you
I'm on-
still have a chance
have-
if you win your next one.
Yeah, my next match is against Akmi, who's also needs to win to advance.
Yeah, so. But either of you winning has a pretty good chance of advancing, probably, right?
Mhm.
So effectively, we're gonna have 5 people tied for second.
Not
Head to
necessarily.
head is a tiebreaker, and I have no idea how those are off the top of my head.
Not necessarily, because if Pico Pals wins his next 2 matches, he actually has an edge over everyone else.
Yeah, then he would be second, and then there would be a bunch of people in third fighting for one spot.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people fighting for one slot in fourth as well.
Pick up at.
Well, Pico Pals has lost 1 and gotten second place in a.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
Pika Pals wins tonight and
Yes.
wins in round 8 because they've already skipped one, would be on 18, which would jump Pika Pals into second place. Because I
Yes,
think the
Pika
max
Pals-
anyone else can get is 14.
17.
17, yeah, sorry, my bad.
So Myth is gonna have
18.
20.
Yeah, you'll have 20 at
Well,
the end.
You
Yeah,
have
I'll be on
20,
20.
And then Pika Pals will have 18 if he wins both. And then there'll be a bunch of people fighting for 17 and a bunch of people fighting for 14.
I mean, like 17 is where the cutoff is going to hit. Right? For
Yeah.
Top 3.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people currently have 14 points.
And 3 of them will end up.
Well,
with 17.
some of those have played this round, though.
Everyone who's on 14 has played.
Oh,
Yeah.
everyone has. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So anyone
only
on
remaining
11 hasn't
matches
yet? Yeah,
aren't in
Goldfish.
contention.
Yeah. Goldfish
Yeah.
and I guess
Goldfish
Pika Pals
could
kind of
also
part of
join the crew of people on 14 if
Yeah.
he wins.
Yeah, so if Goldfish joins, then it's a fight for 2 places amongst a
Otherwise,
bunch of
Pika
them.
Pals is
Yep.
possibly just.
Very, very close.
Well, I hated that seed. Made me sad.
I mean,
I didn't like it for a lot of it.
We loved it.
yes.
oh, I'm sure.
It was a great race. It would have been a great race even if the graphic key was in Palace.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been a much better race if it was in Palace. It would have
It was
actually been
literally just one crappy check difference for most of it.
I mean, the closest it could have gotten is if it was like in the front of Fortress, right? So then you were like less than a minute apart. But yeah,
close.
Oh,
It's
I
far
know a
less-
question I wanted to ask really quick because I've just thought of it. BlueZy, right at the
Okay.
start of this, right at the start of the seed, you ran past the like cave in Minish
Yeah.
Woods. Was that
don't-
you just forgetting it or trying to find a sword first?
I don't know, really. I was like, I don't know. I had a gust jar. I was like, ooh, Deepwood, shiny.
That'd be fair enough.
And then
Yeah,
I went
but-
past it. And then as I went past it, I was like, as I turned Minish, I realized I went past it, and I was like, kind of too late to turn back. So,
yeah.
We actually thought that's why you saved just before going into Minish Village.
I saved in case the dungeon was boss locked, but I didn't have a sword yet.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
And then I got the piece of heart. I was like, and then I got all the way to the back really slowly and poorly and got a cape.
And then you didn't stick around for the chest that the cape unlocked. Instead, just left.
Oh yeah, that happened. I felt like I could have done something with
And
the
you
cape
also
a
locked
bit.
yourself out of Meta Pillar without lantern.
Yeah, that was the worst part. Because that was kind of weighing on my mind like almost the whole race. Because you saw like right at the end I went back.
Yep.
Not like it was anything anyways.
Yeah, like once you had committed to going down with the lily pad first, I think you should have just gone, like, kept on going that way.
Yeah, and then I got curse trapped. Plus, once I reach that chest, I don't have cape or anything else, so I just have to like.
No, you
work
can
into
just
it.
use the gust shot to get back to the left at the entrance.
Yeah, I guess that's not something I've ever done before. I guess I didn't think of it.
Yeah, it's easy to forget in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, but like if that's not the plan, then you shouldn't have gone to that route.
I think I had a plan.
I see.
Just going.
That makes sense.
It just so happened that there were 28 hurdles in my way in the form of 20. I happened to run into every single one.
I think At this stage, there's only one situation where there is no tiebreaker.
Okay.
Huffpuff, Nimbus, and Nesman need to lose. Well, actually, this depends on the result of Pika Pals and Goldfish.
I'm very curious. Because
I think there's too many possibilities there still
There
to
is-
just worry about it before those matches, like
Yeah,
those
I'm
results
not-
come in.
But
I mean-
I think it's incredibly unlikely that there isn't a tiebreaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that will
I'm
be
mostly
fun.
just focusing on my own bracket and like, yeah, time to practice round 8, I guess.
hey, at least it'll only be
Yeah, good
about an
luck.
hour long.
Toss a coin before you make any decision. I think that will help.
I don't know how that would help. What am I tossing a coin for? Check this or don't check it?
Oh, don't check it.
Do I have to walk in front of a chest, then flip a coin, and if it's tails, I don't open it?
Exactly, you got it.
Oh,
Maximum chaos.
yeah.
Let's just implement a feature in the randomizer where there's a 50-50 chance for chest will actually open.
Yeah, you open a chest, there's a 50-50 chance that the item from that chest moves to a chest you've already opened.
Oh my god.
That sounds amazing, and also hell to implement, but amazing. I want it.
Auto tracker is now required.
No, auto tracker is now
Oh,
banned.
I'll tracker not allowed.
Oh my god.
Is that what's gonna happen in one of the tournaments? Just be like,
I mean, you
we've
would-
banned auto tracking. Everybody panics, apart from like 3
You
people.
would need to make it something like have a fusion-like cutscene show you which chest just closed or something, right?
Oh, that sounds like even more of a time waster.
Yes! I mean, you are allowed to skip them if you don't want to know where your item is.
Well,
I
yeah,
always wanted to randomize the fusions so that like you could open a chest and then a like particle effect flies out and then you see a fusion happen because the fusions get randomized into the item pool, and then you would have to go up to people and do the fusion and then you could just get a random item from them in that case.
Aha.
I mean,
That would
keep
actually be
bugging
pretty
Leo
cool.
about that, right?
Sorry.
Just keep bugging Leo about that. And at some point
Yeah,
he might-
Leo. I've asked Leo for literally 2 years about this. Like, they keep saying
But have you
like,
asked him
that's not
recently?
going to happen. I haven't asked recently. No, I'll ask them again.
I just want to bug Leo for entrance rando.
That's not Leo's?
No, entrance rando is not.
I want to bug someone for entrance rando. I want to play entrance rando.
Yeah.
I want to bug someone for multi-world. I want to play multi-world.
WJG's here. Bug them.
WJG, can we
I
have?
don't think that will
can we-
Someone, anyone, listen! I want it. I want entrance random.
I had to make my own.
Uh,
I didn't even get to play it because of that.
Oh, that is being worked on. But it's just slow
Yeah.
going. You know,
I know.
it's-
I know how it is.
But yeah, I think that's it for us here. Does you have any final comments?
Oh yeah, I haven't looked at the comments. Do you two ban this seed?
No.
I want to tell you right to your face, you are banned.
Okay.
Always trick Percy.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, you didn't even go into Percy.
Oh, I didn't. Oh my god, I
You didn't go into Percy?
Your file names were always check Percy. You didn't even enter Percy.
Oh, what was I doing? I swear I did. Oh my god.
skipped Percy? Are you for real?
Like BlueZy caused Huffpuff to have like a mini heart attack.
Yeah, Hufflepuff was like, well, I need BlueZy to win, but also BlueZy talked to Percy. Anyways. So yeah, that's it from us. Keep an eye on the schedule for more Zelda Speedruns content. Actually, I should probably go over what we have left for... Do we have anything?
Remember to reward the prediction. Doubters in shambles.
Okay.
What the fuck? I would win.
So yeah, it looks like if we get a crew together,
55% for BlueZy.
we would be restreaming the beta match tonight of this tournament.
Who believed in me? I have some choice words for the people that believed in me.
Do I need to pay out the points?
Yeah.
Why did more people bet on BlueZy?
I
No,
didn't.
more people-
I
more
didn't
people bet on
even
Myth,
realize there was a
more
prediction, so I didn't predict.
More people actually bet on Myth. It's just more people, more
Yeah,
points.
more
were on
points
me.
went towards... Yeah. But yeah.
Alright, show yourselves. Huff Puff, Nimbus. Who else? Edu.
So yeah, with that, thanks for watching. Have a good evening or night or whatever it is in your time zone.